Stream has been let's see, who are we missing here? Yeah, we're missing Twisted and
572 just did it pretty much exactly how I was gonna explain it. If you can get like a nice little skim, I think you were talking about that earlier in a few races.
KG. Yeah, KG Duality.
Checking my microphone right now. Sounds pretty good. Alright everybody, so welcome to round 2 of IOMA Esports 250 West Championship here at Glendale, Arizona. This is going to be Heat 1. We're just getting things situated right now. Spuds is going to be starting it here as director.
We got a stacked heat here tonight. We have the previous champion Twisted in here, 572, Dirk, Boss. This whole heat is really stacked. Honda has been flying lately as well. Anyone can get this top 4.
Oh yeah, I agree, absolutely. You know, these heats are kind of something different. I mean, because you know, in past games they've kind of dabbled with you know, going back and forth between collisions and no collisions. So now having no collisions in qualifying, coming into the heats and having the collisions, it's gonna be like everybody throws down their heaters, and now it's like, okay, now who can be consistent and who can work their way through the pack. So it's gonna be interesting to watch, and I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. I always say in every league race I've ever done, the heat race is so much more nerve-wracking than the main event. If you can get this top 4, it doesn't really matter. This A main is going to be so stacked tonight that if you just get inside this top 4 in the heat race and just ride around the A main, you're still making some good points. It's a long series, so anything can happen.
Absolutely anymore. Outrex, no, this is not PC. This is Xbox. This is IOMA Esports 250 West Championship. So for anybody tuning in new, my name is Razzles. I'm a 450 rider, and I'm also, you know, co-hosting this with Little MX Spuds. This is Heat 1 if you're just tuning in right now. Things are about to get underway.
DMV Bless, top qualifier tonight. He's in this heat as well. This, like I was saying before, this is a very stacked heat race. If you can get out of this heat race, transfer in the top 4, and not go to that LCQ, that's going to be huge to start out your night right.
Oh, absolutely, I couldn't agree anymore. You know, I'm actually excited to see what Ron the Ripper can do. I think he qualified just outside the top 10 and 11th. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do in this heat race, because I've seen him have quite a bit of speed, and there's just a bunch of guys that can really get this done. So it really comes down to consistency. So let's get into it.
And we're off. Let's see who's going to get the whole shot. The start's going to be key. Whoever can get this first rhythm, they're going to have a good start to this race. So far, it's today's top qualifier, DMV Bless, getting that whole shot, getting that rhythm section clean, and he's trying to run away right now.
Yeah, you know, good for him getting that good whole shot runners like that. If you look a little bit further back in the pack, you know, 572 and Twisted and those guys who qualified a little bit higher, they went down in the whole shot and had some real bad luck. So they're going to have a lot of work to do coming through this.
Let's go on board with past champion Twisted Dragon, see what he can do, if he can pick through this pack or not. Oh, he gets this rhythm clean. That quad in is going to be key tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that these whoops, that weird little roller before it is really struggling. It's kind of just taking away anybody's speed into it. So whoever can get through the whoops tonight, you know, outside of these tough rhythm sections is also fun.
I was saying in our qualifying stream, but if you can get that triple is going to be a lap killer for sure. If you case that thing, you're going to go into an endo, and that'll cause a lot of problems. You want to get through this rhythm clean. That's going to be one of the key parts. It's that first rhythm that they just went through, as well as that last one. If you can get through those clean all night long, you're going to have a good finish in that A-main.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to say it throughout the night as well, but if you're looking at the roster and you want to follow someone that's in, say, 8th, you can always look at that mini map as well and kind of see where they're at on the track. Looks like Twisted's in some heated battles right now. Just stand on him.
Yeah, he's making some moves right there. You saw he got through that section really good, was able to go 3-3. And I don't know if he went 3 in the beginning or if it was at the end, but he made like 2 passes right there. I think he went from 5th to 3rd, so it just shows how important it is to get these rhythms right and actually be able to get your momentum continuously throughout the entire track, because this track will come up and bite you quick.
Yep. Honda just cased that triple I was talking about, and he just went from 1st to 3rd and lost a lot of time right there. Like I said, that triple, you can lose so much momentum going over, and it looks like he did actually pass Twisted back here. I'm sorry I missed that, but he's definitely one to watch out for. He might not be the fastest qualifier, but he's definitely a racer, and he kicks it up a notch when he needs to the most.
I agree. Did you just see that line by Ron the Ripper around Honda right there? He got such a good speed boost after tapping through that and was able to get on top of the tabletops and just keep so much momentum forward. If he could do that a lot.
Oh, Twisted goes down.
Oh.
Twisted goes down, loses the last transfer spot. 572 inherits that, and he's trying to run away with it. Looks like Twisted did have another problem back there. Looked like he went down again. Hopefully he can, the past champion can climb his way up and not have to go to the LCQ.
It's gonna take a lot to do so, because if you take a look at that mini map, you got first place, who has a pretty decent lead, who actually just went down, so it's gonna bring it up to the top 4 within a second of each other. But the gap between them and 5th place is probably like 5 seconds at least, I would say. So this is insane. These guys gotta just chill out and just get the top 4 and just kind of ride their own race, because I don't think they realize how big of a gap they have on 5th place right now.
Let's go on board with the man with the heat right now. He's got 3 dudes within a second or 2 of him, and he's definitely going to have to ride smart. Oh, I don't know if I'd be throwing whips like that, but he gets some style points for sure.
Style coming out of Honda, man. The guy always knows how to spice things up. I absolutely love it.
He could get 5th, but we're giving him another position for that one.
Yeah. Man, 572 was in last place like 2 laps into this thing, and he's pressuring for the lead right now. This is absolutely an insane charge right now by him.
Yeah, he has, like, went through the pack so fast. He's just been riding clean laps, clicking them off, hitting his marks. And,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's in first place. Let's see if he can hold that down. Looks like,
see? Unfortunately, not able to get that triple, though.
Get going here. Oh, yeah, 572 drops. You gotta get that triple. Oh, Honda down. Back into 4th. You better get going. 5th place is starting to reel him in. Tremballer is on a move right now.
Yeah, I saw him. He was hovering there for like the past 3 laps or so. Just waiting for someone else to make a mistake, and Honda's made a few lately, so there's a good chance that he might be able to get up on the back of these guys.
See if we can go on board if he's in his view. Oh, he is. You can see him. They're right there in front of you. It's like a little bait hanging out, and he's definitely going to have some motivation to catch these guys for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like a mistake from DMV Blessed. He's been making a lot of them this heat race.
Top 4
was that Honda down?
So quickly. Yeah, Honda and Bossman. They both went down.
This heat race is insane. I can't imagine what
and
the
just
main's
like
going to
that,
be like after this.
572 is actually has a big gap now. He, with the misfortune of others, he definitely inherited that lead, and see if he can keep it on two wheels and bring this one home.
Wow.
That last transfer spot, though, that's a battle. We got 3 minutes to go, still a lot of time, so I think, but right now it's looking like an all-out brawl for this last transfer spot.
Oh, absolutely. This heat race has been nothing short of spectacular so far. I mean, a lot of crashes and a lot of insane passes. It pretty much just comes down to who can get the rhythms and not hit the tough blocks. Because I mean, people are jumping left and right on the track, and I mean, that's not taking anything away from these guys. I mean, these are the best 250 West riders. Some of them in the game right now. So it just shows how tough this track and this game really is. So I mean, the fact that they're going as fast as they are is impressive.
And like we were saying, seeing if Twisted could climb back up there, he's right on these guys now. Oh, he clips Tubdini just slightly, and that might be tough to come back from, but oh, he almost gets taken out by Ron the Ripper. Gets through there clean. Another guy down. Honda. Oh no, from leading the race, he's dropped back to 7th. See if he can regroup and put it to these guys. Twisted.
Oh,
mistake.
Twisted goes for
Man.
the cut, and yeah, I see a lot of dudes doing that. It's one of those things that you got to be really comfortable with how you jump around the corners in this game, because that want to come up and bite you, because it's kind of got like a fine line between it. So it's interesting that some of these guys are going for it. But hey, I mean, when you're in Twisted's position, if you get it, I mean, it's going to be beneficial. That's for sure.
Couldn't agree more.
The two different lines going right here. We got
This
the
rhythm
triple in
section
and then the
clean.
double in.
Singles out. Oh, he gets the spot. He's in 5th. Just one more spot to go. Let's see how far ahead Tubdini is. He's right there.
Tubdini's sitting on the bubble right now. He's sitting on the bubble right now, and I know this feeling. I was in this feeling last week in the 450 heat race. I was in 4th place for a while until the very end when I was finally able to make it to 3rd. Oh, and he goes down, so that's exactly what he didn't need to do right now. That is just not good with 1:25 to go left in this heat race.
It's kind of a throwback to this past week's in real life racing. A lot of dudes end doing it over the bars and just riding it out, and definitely got a taste of that. That was brutal. That was definitely unfortunate. And see if he can climb back up. Twisted did have that spot. He must have made another mistake or cased that triple, because he just lost 2 spots again. He was in 4th place for a brief moment there.
Man, this guy's just been having so much bad luck right now. He's got that tap line dialed, though. He was able to get that, and then he misses the triple single there, but he actually gets a really good bounce. Looks like Tubdini went over the berm right there.
There's a battle of 3 dudes right behind these guys, so there's definitely not breathing room. In that group, there's Honda, 1MX 112, Ron the Ripper 221, and Dirk Diggler. All 3 of those guys are neck and neck. Let's go back and check that battle out.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, Tubdini, Ron the Ripper, and Honda, 2 wide right there, both going off the track. Like twisted up the 3rd.
Oh man, I didn't see what happened there.
Oh, Tubdini's down.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that. Twisted is in 3rd place now, still battling with Trem Baller here.
We also had a change for the lead.
Not giving up that position. He's fighting for it. He knows how valuable that 3rd place is. You do not want to be in 4th place. If you make a mistake, 5th is right there, and to go to that LCQ, there's definitely going to be some aggressive riding involved.
I agree. Well, these guys are separating just a little bit. Let's check out 2nd, because there was a change for the lead there.
Oh wow, I did not notice that. 572 must have went down. Oh,
they have a
struggling
huge
through this section right now.
Yeah, it's final lap. They have a huge gap. If you look down at the mini map, DMV's going onto the going up to the Supercross triple right now before the whole shot, and 572's.
Yeah, there's been so much action in the back of the pack. We really have not been watching the leaders too much this race, but as we come to the checkered flag here, let's take on board with DMV.
DMV for the checkered flag, and then we got to go back and see what's going on in fourth place. Make sure that nothing crazy is going to happen, because you know how it goes in these heats for the last chance qualifying position. Not the last chance, but the last qualifying position. Too. Absolutely.
Okay. The V572 is in. Twisted Dragon looks like he has a very comfortable lead. He should have no problems getting in. Just gotta get through this whip section clean. Tremballer looks like he has a pretty healthy lead as well. So that looks like it's going to be your top 4 transferring straight to the A main. Only 10 of these riders are going straight to the main, or straight to the LCQ. I apologize for that. 11th place is going strictly to the B main. Let's see if there's a battle brewing at all for that. Unfortunately, it looks like Hershey is going to B main.
So with the way it comes right now, DMV Bless takes the Heat 1 win. 572 followed second. Twisted Dragon third, rounding out the podium. Tremballer gets that last qualifying position in fourth place after a hectic heat. Fastest lap of the race was by your fastest qualifier, DMV Bless, with a 104.7. Really good laps by him. And then advancing directly to the B main is Hershey.
Even the guys outside of the top 4 in this race, we still have Honda, who's showed some great speed. He just had some unfortunate luck. Tubdini, Ron the Rippa, Dirk Diggler. This LCQ is going to be stacked. These dudes are no joke, and definitely would not want to be in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Honda ran like a whole 2 laps up front. Ron the Ripper, I think at one point was in second, and I just want to say that the rides that 572 and Twisted had, you know, they both were down in the first corner back in 10th and 11th at one point, and they made a charge. So those really good rides by them. Great rides by everybody. Just a couple people just missed out on that spot who had a chance.
If you actually looked at the times too, 5th place, Bossman, he actually only had a 108 lap time. He must have been riding a very consistent race, and if those top dudes had any slip up, he was going to be right there to capitalize.
Hey, anything can happen in these heat races. I mean, we just saw it firsthand right there. So if anybody that's watching this and wants to know what an insane 250 heat race is like, that's it right there. That was like the carbon copy of exactly what one is.
Couldn't agree more. That's just a good start to the racing tonight. Just crazy racing all around, and hopefully we see some more of this in 250 West Heat number 2 that's coming up.
So 250 West Heat 2 has got some hitters in it, and if you guys recall, last week's winner, Drop Moff Kane, who qualified second, will be going into this Heat number 2 and see if he can keep the same positivity from last week's win and bring it to this heat race and into the A main.
While we're trying to get Heat number 2 together, just gonna mute my mic a little bit, take a little bit of an intermission, and be back to commentate as soon as Heat 2 is ready to go.
Well, everybody, while Little Mix Spuds is getting everybody in for heat number 2, just want to say what's up. I'm gonna try and check the chat right now, see what's going on, see who's all tuning in. I see someone said Moto Jalmoy for the win tonight. That's Teamworks. It's East. Yeah, I agree. 572 is looking good tonight. DMV Blessed is shredding right now though, so he's gonna be tough to beat. Um, Mark says he's going with drop for back-to-back wins. I mean, I could see it happening. I gotta see what's going on in this heat race first to see how he gels with the racing here at Glendale. So yeah, while we're getting the heat loaded up and everything like that, why don't you guys go ahead and comment below what you guys think the top 3 in the main's going to be tonight? I mean, it's like because you don't know who's yet, but little pre-race shenanigans to maybe put some bets on. You and your friends can put some bets on it. Would be pretty sweet. I'm gonna say I think Five's gonna be able to get it tonight. I think him and DMV Bless are gonna go at it, and then I could see Drop pulling in a third. Well, so for anybody tuning in right now, we're just getting the gate loaded up, or getting everybody in the lobby right here for heat number 2. We're kind of on a little intermission, getting everything going, taking some notes down, so that way we have plenty of stuff to talk about during this heat too. So if you guys just want to hang out and just, drop your picks in the chat, and we'll be underway here soon.
Alright, you guys ready? Alright, the gates are loaded. We're about to send heat number 2. Glendale, Arizona, heat number 2. Hopefully it's jam-packed with action like it was in heat number 1, because that was pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, heat number 1 was filled with a lot of drama, and I didn't really know who was going to win that one. I thought 572 had it wrapped up, but he made a few mistakes there at the end, and actually ended up allowing DMV Bless to get back around. But I really didn't know what third and fourth was going to be, because they were mixing up the entire race. So,
Dude, it seemed like nobody wanted to win that race. They were all swapping positions. Nobody wanted to take that lead, and then DMV said, alright, I'm just going to take handle of this thing and run away. And that's exactly what he did the last 2 laps. 572 had some misfortune, and but good racing all around. Hopefully we see more of it in this one here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. DMV, after being the fastest qualifier, dropping into the 103s, I mean, he had to come out and prove something that heat, to just say, hey, that wasn't just a one-lap fluke. And, he did. He dropped back and then was able to pass all the way up to the lead. So he did a really good job.
Couldn't agree more. He's definitely out here to try making a statement tonight. But gates are loaded. Everyone is ready. We got 5 seconds to gate drop. This one should be pretty good.
Alright, I'm getting amped. I don't know about you guys, though, but Heat 2 here at Glendale, Arizona for the 250 West Championship.
KTM to the turn first. He goes a little wide. It is Plouffe. Plouffe with the hole shot. He snuck on the inside of Woods Pro and snagged that from him. He's off to an early start. Didn't get that rhythm section as clean as I was sure he would have hoped he would have got it. But he is in the lead and off to an early good start, and see if he can run away with this thing.
Yeah, Plouffe's out here showing that he's supposed to be up front here. We got a few people in the chat that are cheering him on, so I mean, either he's feeling that energy or he just came to ride today, that's for sure.
I saw a dirty move back here. I'm gonna give Shat 1 a warning. He rode it in hard on MXR. He took both of them down. Did catch that in the corner of my eye there, and they're both in good position, second and third, to start out the race, and that is not what you want to do. I don't know if Shat 1, this is one of his first races in a league or what, but that is definitely not how you want to start out a race.
Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, right there. So you just see it casing a little bit and then running it on in, stuff like that. That stuff happens, but on the first lap of a heat race where every position is just so crucial, you can't be doing anything like that. Especially if you haven't done any tournament races before.
I agree. It could definitely be just pre-race jitters, but you definitely want to eliminate that, and it's just going to make everyone's race, including yourself, your race that much harder. Speaking of that much harder, this battle for fourth, the last transfer spot right now, is getting pretty intense. Woods Pro 96 holding it down in fourth place. They do have a little bit of a gap to fifth. Looks like fifth through about 10th or 9th is pretty congested back there. They're all trying to get in that fifth place spot to try giving Woods Pro a little bit of a challenge here in fourth place. Oh, Chris MXR is definitely in fourth now, and I don't know if he made a mistake or what, but he was up there.
Yeah, MXR's got some speed to him though, but it looks like he's struggling just a little bit. I mean, he's starting to pick it back up. If he just calms down and just races his own race, he should be able to pull this thing away. You can't knock the guys behind him though. They might be able to pull up here and give him a little wheel. So, and like I was saying in heat number 1, this track will bite you. So, getting a little aggressive on the inside right there, trying to make a move, and it looks like a couple riders went down there actually.
Oh yeah, I've ridden with MXR throughout the week, and he definitely has the speed. I've told him if he can just stay on 2 wheels, ride consistent race, then he will be good. He hasn't had a good start yet this year, but if he can just keep it on 2 wheels and ride this one out, I think he's gonna be a threat in that A-main if he can, like I said, keep it on 2 wheels and just transfer through. We will go back to this battle in fourth place. We got Drop 'em Off Kane, last week's winner, hot on his heels. CBM Imports makes a mistake. Oh, he cut it across the track right there. I don't know if that was a mistake or if that was intentional, but he kind of cut across that turn right there.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
I would say that's warningable, but I mean, you know, I mean, he didn't mess up those guys, so I mean, and he's obviously messing up his race a little bit right there. So I mean, at that point, it was kind of a little bit of a bad move on his part. So I mean,
Woods Pro goes down. Luckily, he didn't take anybody out with him, but that was some close racing. It was inevitable that one of those guys definitely was going to go down. They're all touching bars going through that section.
yeah, and it looks like it's, you know, even though they were, you know, able to get away from his bike, they ended up actually tangling and going down in the section anyways, so he got around one of them.
Right.
Looks like those are the teammates.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw in that 180 turn, he let Eagles have that spot. That's very smart and mature racing. He knows he's got that transfer spot, and he's just trying to stay on 2 wheels, make sure it's secure. He knows if he ran it in a little too tight right there, chance both of them going down, and definitely some mature riding right there.
Mm-hmm.
This battle's starting to heat up.
Yeah, this is the battle between third and fourth right now. Go back to fifth. Oh no, fifth is still right there. So they don't have much of a gap. So these guys got to really just ride smart and just try and gap themselves from fifth place right now, and not really do anything too crazy.
With fifth place. Oh, as he makes the move, they're all side by side. Oh, Woods Pro goes down. This section keeps biting him. Hopefully, can get that together, get inside that top 4, and maybe possibly clean that up for the A-main if you can get there. There you saw the onboard view. Rogan MX making some moves. He goes from 5th to 3rd.
Yeah, Rogan's riding a really good race. Man, a nice quiet ride out front for Plouffe. He is gone right now if you look at the map.
Oh yeah, he is. He has a healthy lead.
I think it's the full straightaway of, you know, the turn after the whoops to the turn right before the Supercross triple. He's doing real well. Just riding his own race,
almost
and you know,
full stretch ahead.
Yeah, he's riding really well, and I mean, obviously he's got a lot of supporters in the chat right now, which is good. You know, Plouffe's out here showing that he's a player. As he does that, he goes down though. I guess we jinxed them or something. Yeah.
Commentators curse.
I swear I didn't mean it.
All right, we won't do this to you, Plouffe. We'll go back in the pack. Drop him off. Kane is starting to reel him in slightly. We'll keep an eye on that on the mini map, like I was saying in Heat 1. If you do want to keep an eye on a certain rider, you can look at the mini map down there and see how they're doing. As I say that, it looks like 4th place still has a heated battle. All 3 of these guys are right there. Woods Pro 96, he's had his misfortune this race, but he is not giving up. As I say that, Rogan MX goes down. He gets some of that fortune back and gets back into that 3rd place spot.
You know, this heat is just oddly similar to heat number 1, with so many riders having tons of speed and then either just unfortunate crashes or tangling with other riders, or literally just,
as you say that, Eagles MX cases the finish line, goes back to 5th. Nobody wants to have this 4th place spot. Just like Heat 1, like you were saying, nobody. This heat race is so unpredictable. People are trading spots left and right. I think it just goes to show you how difficult this track is, and whoever comes out in A-Main and does well, it's going to be very impressive, because everyone is having their share of misfortune tonight.
Oh, I agree. Looks like we have another rider on a KTM coming into the mix right here. Is that a KTM? I can't really tell right now.
Yeah, Husqvarna 926. Oh, as he cases the triple, loses some time. Still 2 minutes to go in this race. Definitely some time to catch back up, because 4th place, as you can see, is not too far ahead. I'd say he's about 3-4 seconds up, but that's one mistake away. And as I say that, Rogan is casing through the section, so definitely has to just stay consistent. And if he can go a second or 2 slower than his normal pace for these next couple laps and just stay on 2 wheels, I think he should have it.
Yeah, should be able to take it home. Need to be able to transfer straight into the night show. Take a little weight off of his back or whatever. So let's drop back in the pack a little bit further.
Oh, Chat 1 going again. This is the 2nd time I'm gonna have to warn him for that one. He's riding really aggressive. Chris MXR, he was in the top 4 early on in this race, and he has dropped. He's had some misfortunate events go on there, and you just need to stay in 9th place or 10th and just go to that LCQ. He does not want to get passed by another rider. Nitro GT is right there. As you can see on the mini map, everyone is starting to spread out. Everyone's just about the same distance now, and this race is just about to be over. Drop him off. Kane takes the lead. We missed that. Plouffe had a solid lead.
Plouffe must have went down or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. It's a bummer that we can't, keep an eye on more than one rider. It's just you don't really notice it until all of a sudden their name changes.
Yeah, and things, as everyone knows in Supercross, things can change in a blink of an eye, so definitely tough to predict when somebody may or may not go down.
Oh, I agree. I mean, with not too much time left in this race right here, these guys need to just kind of ride their own race from here on out, which they got a pretty good lead. They can, they have the ability to be able to do, kind of just do all alternate lines, figure out just how to get around the track without crashing, and then just, take it straight to the night show.
Like we were saying before this heat race started, if you watch Drop Him Off Kane at the moment, who we're following right now, he is still in attack mode. He has a healthy gap, and he wants to make a statement tonight. He is trying to dominate this heat race, have the fastest heat race out of the 2, and get into that main event and really put in some work, because he is looking really good tonight, and see if he can back it up in the main event, like I was saying. Oh, as I say that, commentator's curse once again in this heat race. He goes down.
Yeah, I feel like we can't talk about any of the riders because they're just gonna go down, So. But one thing to note about Drop 'Em Off Kane is he was actually a rider for Rockstar Husqvarna, and he actually decided to step back from that team. I was talking to Moist about that, the team captain, and he said that Drop 'Em Off felt a little more comfortable on the on his own Huskies. So I mean, it seems to be working out for him right now, though. I guess we'll have to see how it works out in the main whenever he gets there, because the way he's riding right now, he's definitely going to make it. So,
Yeah, that is very interesting. I have heard some riders say that some riders do prefer the factory teams and others the custom, and it's all about comfort. Whatever you're comfortable is what you're going to succeed on, and definitely looks like he's figured it out here tonight.
oh, absolutely. So it looks like Drop Off Game's going to take the heat to win, followed by Plouffe, who led that entire race and just fell back, followed by Woods Pro in third.
Rogan and Mex rounding off that final transfer spot.
Yeah, this looks almost identical to heat number 1, where 572 got into the lead. He pulled a little bit of a gap, and then he dropped it and let the MV Bless get around him, and then third and fourth, figured themselves out after a crazy race, and they ended up having a pretty big gap between everybody behind them, and it kind of was just a quiet last couple laps.
Yeah, this main event is going to be very exciting. Unfortunately, we cannot broadcast the LCQ, but I would love to see the Mayhem go down in that race. Everyone's trying to get into this A main, score as many points as they can. They know it's a long season, but you have to be inside that A main if you want any type of contention in this title.
Absolutely, couldn't agree anymore. So the top four is Drop Off Came in first, Plouffe in second, Woods Pro third, and Rogue MX in fourth. Unfortunately, MXR is going to have to go straight to the B main because he ended up getting 11th Nitro. GK ended up getting around him there at the end. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching heat number 2. We're going to take another brief intermission while the LCQ gets figured out, and then we'll be back for the A main.
Stay tuned. Guess I'm on.
All right, welcome back everyone to the second round of the 250 West IOMA Esports Legacy Supercross Championship here at Glendale, Arizona. I am your host, Razzles, alongside with your race director, Little MX Spuds, and we have a stacked A-main coming right at you, and it's going to be starting here in the next minute or two.
Briefly, before we start this race, I know we streamed Heat 1 and 2, but we could not stream the LCQ. To briefly go over, Honda 1 MX 112, Tubdini, and Eagle all did transfer through that LCQ, and this main event is looking stacked as ever, and it should be some great racing. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming out of Heat 1 and 2, you had DMV Blessed, 572, Twisted Dragon, Tremballer in Heat 1. Heat number 2, you had Drop Moff Kane, Plouffe, Woods Pro, and Rogan MX. And then, like you said, out of the LCQ, we had Tubdini, Honda, and Eagle make it through. You know, if that says anything, that just says that how stacked this heat is. And, you know, a couple riders who were in the A-main last week didn't even make the A-main this week. So that just shows how tough it is to make these A mains, and if you don't make an A main, you just gotta go and get solid points in the B main, because it's a long championship and anything can happen. So
You're exactly right. It's a long series, and it starts here. And as you just said, not everybody that made last week's A main is in this one here, so that just shows you too the level that these guys are at. Definitely gonna make some good racing. I think the top 5 are gonna be on another level, and I guess we'll see. Gate's about to drop soon here.
no, yeah, absolutely. While everybody's getting their gates right now, you know, some early picks for me. DMV and Drop Off Kane, they had really good heat races, but I saw a lot of speed at a 5.72. He came from the back of the pack all the way up to the front, along with Twisted, who had so much adversity and was still able to come through. Plouffe
You can't
led.
about Plouffe either.
Yeah, exactly. Plouffe led like the entire Heat 2, and then just decided to make a couple mistakes there at the end, but he came away with a solid second. I'm sure he's not too upset about that. But
Yeah,
you know,
realistically, there's 5 dudes that could win this main event. Honestly, it depends on the start.
yeah, I absolutely agree. And yeah, at this point, I have no idea which way it's going to go. I think it's going to come down to that mid-race kind of vibes, like whoever can get up to the front come mid-race and then check out from the group, because the beginning is going to be carnage. There's obviously going to be, you know, if one of those top 5 guys get a whole shot and run like 3 solid laps, then it might be over for the rest of the field, depending. But I mean, like we saw in the heat race, Plouffe led the whole thing and he fell back. So at this point, it's just up in the air. This track's going to come up and bite a lot of riders, but I'm really excited for this A-main.
It's honestly going to come down to who gets the start, and we're about to see right here. Got 2 seconds, still they're onto the gate.
All right,
Going to
250
third
West.
person here. Gate is about to drop, and it's down. Who's going to get a good start? 5.72 here, early prediction. He gets piled in the back. Who gets this whole shot? It's Woods Pro. He had a good heat number 2. He did have some problems, but he looks like he's rebounding for a top 3 start here. So let's see if he can hold on to it. Honda 1 MX was with his starts. He is the Michael Lessie of these video games. In Supercross 1, Supercross 2, and now Supercross 3, his starts are dialed. See if he can put in some laps and maybe get an early start and set himself up for this long-term game in this main event.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of Honda, you know, you saw him up front in heat number 1, and he was throwing some stees. This guy's just out here having a good time. He's been playing these games so long that he knows what he's doing. His consistency is there at some points, so hopefully he can just keep it going. Right now he's looking really good, but he's got Drop Off Kane right on his tail right now, who actually just made the pass in the
Drop
loops.
him off. Kane made the pass. Plouffe as well. Honda had a bad run through the whip section. He's dropping. Let's see if he can regroup. He needs to keep it calm and just try staying on the 2 wheels. I know I keep saying that, but I cannot emphasize that enough. That is going to be major in this championship.
Absolutely. So it looks like that It looks like that transition from the Rockstar Husky to his own Husky is actually working out pretty good for Drop Off right now. So, it's up in the air right now whether or not he's feeling super comfortable on it or if he's just got raw speed no matter what he's doing.
Look at this lineup, 7th to 5th. As we saw, DMV goes down. I was just about to say we have reigning champion Twisted Dragon, who was in 7th. He's worked up to 6th, right behind Honda, and 572 is in that mix too. This is going to be a good battle.
You know what I'm noticing about Twisted, though, which I'm not really too sure about the rules, though, is he's actually on a Suzuki right now, even though he rides for KTM, I thought. So I'm kind of confused as to what's going on there. He had a KTM in the heat. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's legal or not. We're gonna have to talk with the rest of the admin, IOMA Esports. It could have been a mistake. I did see he was running Seattle laps before this, maybe trying to mix it up, ride some different tracks, just get loose for this main event, and maybe he just forgot to switch back his preset. But we'll have to find out after this race.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he did it intentionally, and I mean, some people would argue that it's a lesser bike, so I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, obviously, as of right now, he's having a tough race, so I don't really see it as much of a problem.
I agree. As you see, everyone's in kind of single file line in that mini map there, and everyone's playing it cool, trying to see where they stack up. And like you were saying before this race started, maybe about the halfway point, you're going to see somebody putting a charge. Speaking of, 572 is on that good charge right now, as he makes a little mistake in that berm. He was buried in the first lap, so as we saw in that first turn, he had a terrible start. So this is a good rebound for him. Let's see if he can put in work, get around Woods Pro, but Woods Pro is not going to make it easy.
Oh, absolutely not. Woods Pro's got some good speed. I actually, I was kind of talking about him earlier in time qualifying. I kind of thought that he was one of those guys that could run up front here if he really had a chance. And it looks like 572 got around him, though. They just came up short on that triple right there. I think it started with Case another triple, and then they're back forth having a crazy battle. Let's just play this one out and see what happens.
Yeah, Woods Pro is not making it easy on him. Hopefully these two riders can keep calm. There's still 11 minutes to go. We just got past that 11-minute mark, and it's a long race. 10 minutes, there's a lot of room for any mistakes or time to put in a charge as well, so we'll see how this one plays off. As you can see, drop him off Kane. We were saying it all throughout the night. After qualifying, he had a good qualifying lap time as well as the heat race. He is trying to make a statement, as well as the DMV. DMV is back in the pack. We can go back and check him out, see what kind of ground he's making up.
Yeah, DMV, he's got crazy speed, but it looks like he just had some bad luck in the beginning of this race. The two riders right in front of him are actually battling pretty good. If you look at the mini map, they're real close.
Oh yeah, Honda's putting some pressure on Eagle. Oh, Eagle makes a mistake, goes down.
Ooh, it looks like we got another battle between Woods Pro and 572 for second, and I think Woods Pro actually ended up going down, so that gives 572 a little bit of breathing room. If you guys look back and from like 6th all the way to like 10th right now, there's just a jumble of riders going back and forth right now. It's wild.
Good block pass back here. Plouffe was trying to solidify the spot and rub it in with DMV. DMV looks like he has had some more problems. He has dropped back even further. Plouffe is definitely on the struggle bus as well. Hopefully he can turn it around. Like I was saying before, there is still a lot of time left in this race, and these riders need to keep their head on straight and just ride consistent laps. Plouffe with another mistake there. Oh, that's super unfortunate. Hopefully he can get together. Go through the pack. Tubdini. Oh, DMV is starting to get a little frustrated with his riding, I feel like, and he's trying to ride pretty aggressive. He is trying to make moves and get back up to that front pack.
Yeah, DMV's got to make some moves up to the front, though, but he's got to be careful because he still has, about 9 minutes left in this race, so that's plenty of time to make some moves. A lot of these dudes are going to make mistakes in front of him, so he just needs to realize that he's got speed and he can get up there. It's at this point in the races where you got to take a deep breath and you just got to realize, okay, hey, I'm in the A main. I just got to make the best of this right now, and eventually it's going to come to you, and you might actually be able to get up to the front.
If only Honda could hear that advice right now. He has got 3 riders within 2 seconds of him in the back right now, and he needs to keep his cool and just keep doing his thing because he's riding a really consistent race right now. Oh, he gets that quad clean. Hopefully he can just keep his cool, and like I said, there's 3 riders. You can see here, they're all right there.
Wow, they're going all over the place. Tough blocks everywhere. That just shows how tough that section is. That section is definitely the hardest part of this track, hands down.
I just realized Eagles running that number 30. Hopefully he can put a good name to it because I struggled on Thursday, and he's not looking so bad right now. Hopefully he can keep moving on up.
So as we're looking back at the map, it looks like second and third are switching up again. 572 gets passed by Woods Pro.
Oh man, drop him off Kane though. He is a man on the mission. He is looking super solid right now. He's about 2 whole straightaways ahead of these guys, and he is definitely making a statement ride and trying to run away with this.
Oh, absolutely. Drop him off Kane. Just about to hit the finish line already while these dudes are just now getting to the quad section. Did you see how far Woods Pro just jumped into that section right there? That was insane.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was insane.
I haven't seen anybody do that.
If it stays this way, DMV is currently your points leader. Drop him off Kane is in second place right now, just 3 points behind. So this could be a big swing in points in Drop him off Kane's favor.
So I actually think you got that backwards. I think Drop him off Kane was the race winner last week.
Oh, you're correct. You're correct. So I apologize for that. He's actually going to gain more points and extend his lead.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, a lot of people in the chat were saying, no, that's all right, it happens. I mean, they both start, they both have a D name, But, all right, we'll get back on track here. But no, Drop him off Kane, he's just showing how dominant he is in this series by winning 8-1, with all that pressure, and he's coming out here and proving that he's the top guy. And at this point, I mean, with this type of lead right now, that's really showing something though, and showing his type of speed that he's got.
Oh, I agree. Oh, Woods Pro with a mistake messes up the 2 guys behind him. Every time we keep talking about pressure, I feel like we go to Honda and he's feeling all sorts of it. He has Twisted hot on his heels.
I'll tell you this right now, though. I mean, Twisted's having a great ride coming back through the pack after a little bit of mistakes, but Honda's consistency right now is really good. And I know that I just said that. He's going to make a mistake, though, because I said it,
He's part of a close friends group that we've always played with for years, and we've always called him, we have the nickname for him, the Crafty Veteran, and you're kind of seeing it right here. He's playing it cool. As you can see, he's messing up this rhythm section right now, but that's no problem. He's keeping it on 2 wheels. He knows it's a long moto, still 5 minutes to go. He's just trying to get that consistent ride and earn some solid points.
Absolutely. He's doing a good job at that. I mean, the fact that he made the SA main with how stacked it is, he's on the right track for sure. Listed up to third. He's got a lot of work to do.
Misfortune. Oh yeah, I agree. With Woods Pro's misfortune, that's kind of gave 572 a little bit of a gap there. As I say that, 572 does go down and gives up a little bit of time. He's still got a comfortable lead on these guys, but as you can see on the mini map, third through about 5th is pretty tight. They're all going through the whoop section currently. Twist is starting to open up a little bit of a gap, but those guys are right there.
Yeah, so it looks like, as you were saying, that 5th or 6th place Eagle actually made a pass on Honda for 5th place through the whoops. He had a crazy drive. You could see his dot go so much faster past Honda right there. Honda must have got a little bit of a kick there. But he's coming back right here. Honda gets the triple in, but he messes up the next section.
Both of these guys get this section clean. Oh, they almost come together.
Wow. This is some quality racing right here, though. This is an A-main. I mean, the leaders are gone. Not really gone, but Drop 'em off is just absolutely on a different level right now tonight, though. But this battle from like 3rd to 6th right now is absolutely insane. Then you have DMV who's just quietly lurking back there in the 7th. I've actually seen he's made up some time on these guys with their mistakes. So
Yeah, he had a really rough beginning of this race. I think if he gets top 5, he could be pretty happy with that.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm looking at second place 572, and he's just been slowly losing time to Twisted and Woods Pro, and he might want to, get up on it though, because as of right now, those guys are coming. I think Woods Pro's pushing Twisted, so it's really pushing them guys to get up there.
Honda's still holding his own. He's not giving up these positions easily, and it looks like Eagle did get around him. Honda's a little sideways there. DMV is on a mission. Look at him go through that rhythm. Oh, he cases that last jump there. He would have had a good drive, possibly be up on Eagle's rear wheel. .572 drops to third. He must have went down. Twisted got him. Twisted is in that second place position now. As I say that, I know I keep going back and forth between about second to fifth, but these guys are so tight. Fifth to seventh right now are all right there. They're within a second of each other. I'd say half a second right now, and it's just tightening up.
Oh, absolutely. This corner is going to get real tight right here with DMV and Honda.
Oh,
DMV
I had to
just
go
happens
back
get
to
around
the top.
outside.
I had to go back to that second through fourth right there because these guys are so close. I saw that on the mini map.
Yeah, this battle is insane right now. These are 3 really fast guys too. Hopefully they can keep it nice and calm, and they can get through this. Looks like 572 gets through that section really good, and Woods Pro loses a lot of time by not
Woods
tripling
Pro
in.
goes over the bars.
Oh,
Just to show how close these guys are. One crash, he drops from third place all the way back to 7th.
that's unfortunate because he was pressuring for a podium position there.
DMV finally made the move on Honda, but Honda is still right there. He's trying to get him back.
Take a moment and talk about Honda's kit. That just looks really good. That all black with the white helmet looks solid.
Definitely a nomination for Lit Kit tonight. DMV with more problems. He goes down again. He has a slinky effect in tonight's racing. He keeps catching them and making mistakes.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. That section right there has been just biting people so much.
Go back to the top. 572 got around Twisted again with so much excitement going on in this race right now that we just keep losing touch of all the battles that are going on the track right now.
Yeah, it looks like he gets that section pretty good though, so depending on the guys behind him, he might be able to pull a little bit of a gap, because it looks like Eagle actually got around Twisted there.
Gonna try keeping an eye on the battles throughout the pack, but let's take a look at Drop 'Em Off Kane with just a dominant ride tonight. He is a man on a mission and making a point, proving a point, riding consistent laps, not making any mistakes. He's had this big of a gap, and it keeps growing throughout the entire race. He has a consistency and speed. He's got it all figured out tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a statement ride, and with this ride right here, the entire rest of the field has got to be wondering how can we beat this guy, because not only did he go through adversity at A1 and get the win, now look at him. I would venture to say it's probably close to a 20-second lead, if not more, maybe 30-second.
Yeah, he's starting to lap the field here. This is a great ride by Drop 'Em Off Kane. You couldn't ask for anything better than this.
Absolutely.
Hopefully lappers stay out of his way, but even regardless, even if he crashes a couple times, there's no way he can lose this race.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, he's just got to soak it in and realize that he came here, with one goal in mind, and he's accomplishing it already for sure.
Oh, 100%. Couldn't have said it better.
The DMV up to
these
fifth.
guys, we're not there yet, but if these guys don't put a stop to Drop 'Em Off Kane by next week, they're in big trouble. You cannot let him gain that much confidence, and he is definitely in dominating fashion tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what's crazy about this race, though, is I'm noticing, so Drop 'Em Off Kane's gonna do the same thing, go back to back, but DMV is in fifth right now, where 572 is at in second. But it looks like DMV might be able to make some passes, but they're kind of flip-flopping positions. The points are going to be so tight besides Drop 'Em Off Kane, who's gonna be pretty much,
Oh,
gone.
DMV with another mistake. That was a very costly one. I know from past experience you cannot go off a berm like that. You lose so much time. Super unfortunate. You come into that triple after whoops with so much speed. He was trying to make a pass on Twisted and just didn't make it happen.
So it looks like we got looks like Tubdini got the glitch.
Yeah, or he got lapped. I'm not sure. We missed drop him off Kane crossing the finish line.
Oh, yeah, that's
Apologies for
it.
that.
Okay.
Apologies for that. Drop him off Kane, but you earned that one, buddy. Solid ride.
Yeah, great ride by Drop Off Kane. I mean, he just solidified himself as definitely the top championship contender. With a ride like that, you literally can't pick the guy not to win anymore, because that was really good, and impressive ride, impressive.
Nobody got to finish. Wow, what a statement. That is incredible. With a 1:03.4 lap time, 2 full seconds faster than the rest of the field. That is a statement ride right there. That is impressive.
Yeah, that 1:03.4 is just blazing fast. So as rounding out the top 5 here in this 250 West main event here at Glendale, Arizona, you got Drop Off Kane running first place, 5.72 in second place, Twisted Dragon third, Woods Pro fourth, and then Eagle rounds out the top 5. And you know what I'm noticing here, Spud, is that DMV Blessed, he had a lot of misfortune and everything, but he had a 1:05.4, and that's faster than what, 1, 2, 3, 4 riders' lap times.
That's
Actually, all five of the people in front of him besides
he's
Drop Off
second.
Kane. Second fastest lap
That's
time,
the
but he
second
still
fastest
ended
lap.
up. Yeah, so he still ends up getting 7th. That just shows how much consistency comes into play in these races. So, I mean, in the end,
Parked about it all night, but that's what it's gonna take. You have to be consistent to be a title contender. That's simple as that.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So Twisted Dragon says game switches his preset. What the heck? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. These games are kind of glitchy though, but I mean, all in all, I don't think it's too big of a deal. So,
For a point standpoint, 5.72 was 5th last week. Although he lost more points to the points leader, he definitely did gain on the rest of the field, as well as Twisted Dragon. Twisted Dragon, I believe, was 7th in points, and that 3rd place is definitely going to help him out as well. Honda 1MX, he hovered around that 4th to 6th place spot that entire race, and he rode consistent. It's like he could hear us here in the booth, and he definitely followed through and got a solid ride, honestly.
absolutely. So, what do you say we try and get a podium interview? Let's get Drop Off Kane in here, huh?
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Let's talk to the man of the night. See if we can get him in here. Actually not seeing him in my recently played with. Huh. Unless I'm just missing him.
His
there
camera
he is.
tag should be spin different.
Can you shoot a drop him off Kane message?
Yeah. Well,
I
looks
don't
like
know if he's gonna join. I'll
yeah, it
send
looks
him
like
one last party invite and see if he joins. If not, we're gonna have to go to second place.
oh, there he is right
Oh,
here.
there he is. Oh. He keeps kicking him immediately.
What's going on here?
What the fuck? Oh, excuse my language there.
What
Yeah, what
the?
the heck is going on? That is so strange.
Well, while we're trying to figure out Drop Off Kane's mic situation, we have 572 here in the party. 5, if you want to include your audio.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, 5. So good ride, man. We saw you actually had like a pretty decent hole shot. So tell us about your race.
The start was a little hectic, but then it seemed like I kind of got out and like toward the front group pretty quickly. I mean, overall, based on how my qualifying went and my heat race, I would say I didn't really ride that great. I made a lot of mistakes. I just was fortunate enough to have a gap at a certain point. Me and Woods Pro went back and forth for most of it, but I managed to squeak away from those guys toward the end of it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
came from way back at the start of that race, and you and Woods Pro went back and forth a couple times, and we thought neither one of you wanted that second place spot, but you definitely overcame and rode
Yeah,
solid to secure that spot
Yeah,
and
he
gain
rode a
some
good
solid points
race,
tonight.
and Twisted rode a good race too. Those guys were starting to catch me at one point in the race. I was making some mistakes. I couldn't get the first rhythm section. I was struggling through that all night. But I'm happy with the second.
Yeah, man. Good ride tonight.
Hello.
Really secure some good points, and we'll see you next week. Would you like to thank anybody?
I'd like to thank the State Line Cali team for sure, and then just everybody I ride with all the time, play with all the time. Because everybody I
Sounds
play
good,
with is
man.
usually pretty quick, so it kind of keeps you pushing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for sure. Definitely escalates the game. But good race tonight, and keep it up. Let's see you next weekend.
Thanks, guys. Drum Off Kane had a good race. I'll catch you guys next week.
All right, take it easy.
Later.
Drop Off Kane, dude.
It's
You came out
been different. Can
swinging.
you include your audio? Yeah, whenever you get that, we'll be good to go.
Drop off, you there?
Drop them off as figuring this out. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This is mine Razzle's first time streaming and commentating, so hopefully we did an alright job. Tried keeping it enthusiastic. I am a little tired tonight, so I apologize if I don't have a ton of energy, but this is our first one. Nothing but up from here.
Yeah, to go off of what Spuds was saying, I really enjoyed doing this tonight, and I look forward to doing some more in the future.
Definitely. Spin Different said he's on the Xbox app right now, so he's having some technical difficulties. If we could get third place in here and get an interview, that was Twisted, correct? Yeah.
Correct.
All right, we'll get him in here and ask him how his night went. There's Twisted. Twisted, can you include your audio?
Yep, I did. Hello, guys.
All right, third place finisher tonight. It was solid ride. He had a struggle to get there, but he definitely did. He put in the work, put in a hard charge. Twisted, tell us about your night.
I had a bit of a panic attack those first couple laps when I realized I was on a Suzuki.
Yeah, we
we
figured,
noticed that.
Yeah, we figured you forgot to change your presets.
Well,
And I saw you ride in Seattle before this, so I figured that was the case.
Yeah, but that was on a 450 and I was still in a KTM.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
sure what happened there.
Talk about giving you the shakes if you didn't already have them for that race.
Yeah, man, I didn't know what was going on.
For sure, but good ride, man. You definitely put a charge to get through the pack. How was that? How was everyone racing tonight?
Oh, it was rough. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a rough track to get a clean line on.
Definitely. That's what we were talking about all night long. It's
In the heat race, I dealt with a lot of cross jumpers. It was terrible.
oh man, but anyways, good race, man. Would you like to thank anybody?
I'd like to thank my own team, TLD KTM IOMA. Also like to thank State Line for giving my pro breakout ride that got me here.
Absolutely, dude.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much, and good race tonight. Razzles, do you have anything for him?
No, I just want to say great ride, man. You clawed your way up to the top, and it was fun watching.
I want you to, Razzles, I want you to extend a good race to 572 because we had a pretty cool 5-lap battle there for a bit. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely. It'll definitely be extended. He's listening right now, I believe.
Yeah, I bet he is.
All right, Twisted. Good job, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Good race. See you next weekend.
You too.
Weekend Monday. You guys know it. It's been a long night. All right.
All right, so to everyone that was looking for an interview with Drop Off Kane, looks like he's having some technical difficulties. He can't get his voice chat into the stream, so you won't be able to hear him talk. So,
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not look like we're gonna get to talk to tonight's winner. But however, we would like to thank Legacy as well as IOMA Esports for putting on this great league. It's definitely the most competitive league we have ever seen. So just like to thank all of the admins for putting this on. I know they don't get paid or anything. We do it just for the love of it. So if you're still in or in tune here with the stream, thank you and thank them. It's been a great night. And Razzles, thanks for co-commentating too. You did a
yeah,
great job.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. And like you said, I'd like to thank the IOMA guys for allowing me to do this. I mean, I'm not racing the 250 series, obviously, because I'm in the 450s, so it's just, fun to come out here and commentate. I just love watching my friends race and everything, so